Welcome back, everyone, to the Through the Ages series. We are in 1989, and we have moved from Ohio. Like I said in my previous video for this series, we moved, and we're starting in 1989. Uh, just because I couldn't find enough mods to kind of, I don't know, fit the time frame. Honestly, even the last one, I mean, there was a lot of things that were not anywhere close to accurate. So we're just going to go ahead and jump to 1989. I have more mods that kind of fit 1989 time frame. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump in here, and I will give more of an intro to it. But I hope you guys enjoy. And just go ahead and double check the straps back here. Make sure they're still tight. It's been a long haul all the way from Ohio. Well, welcome back, everyone. I know we kind of didn't talk for a couple years there, or you guys didn't see us for a couple years, 20 to be exact, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's hard to record when you're trying to build a farm. With that, we have moved to Tahiti County, Iowa. There's some good ground around here, and it's where my family's from, so, or at least they're from the area. Um, yeah. The only thing we got left is the 4020 with the loader, and you'll see I got, I think, a disc in the disc, the cultivator, and our drill that I got shipped out here, and we still have to build. We have to build a farm place now, and we have to buy our other equipment. So yeah, yeah, we got to buy a new tractor and wagons and all that. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and start heading up to the new place. And I'll kind of show you around the house that I bought. And then we'll get into building the acreage. So I hope you guys enjoy. And welcome to the 80s. Okay, guys. So here is our house. And as you kind of could have seen, I guess, as I was coming up the little driveway here, there's a garage on the back side where I store my truck. Yeah, so I'll give you kind of an aerial shot, maybe, of the fields that we got. Uh, I think, yeah, I got this one here that goes back into that cornfield. Um, Actually, I'll just show you on the map here on this handy dandy futuristic iPad thing. But we got uh, 68, 75, 78, 80, and 81. With all the money that we got out of Ohio, we got around $4 million out of Ohio. And which some of that was, or most of that was used to buy all the ground that you just looked at. Around $1.5 million was used to buy all the ground that you just saw. And then, yeah, like I said, we shipped out our cultivator, our disc, and our drill. And then I brought out our 4020. Excuse me, sorry. I brought out our 4020 and bought a new pickup a couple years back that you guys didn't get to see because I didn't record it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and unstrap the tractor here and get her unhooked. Or unloaded, not unhooked. Still starts good, that's good after the long journey. But yeah, this driveway is going to be more the driveway for the house. Um, there is another driveway back in the field there a little ways that I'll show you guys probably eventually. But you guys, but yeah, as you guys could tell, it's gonna be hard to pull tractor and wagons up this hill. It's kind of switchbacky. Doesn't really, not really an easy track for tractors. But yeah, so with that being said, this video is just going to be building the farm. I'll kind of just time lapse it for you. It'd probably be a shorter video, but we're just going to kind of build the farm, kind of relatively close to the time period, hopefully. And then we will, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. And then next episode will probably be either getting the equipment or just showing you what we got. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this time lapse of building the farm. That was a big day, guys. We just built all of this in one day. Just I tell you, it's a very big day for us. But I suppose I should show you around, shouldn't I? Well, I guess we'll start in the house here. Here's the house. It's got a nice fireplace and everything. Ignore that fake thing in the corner that definitely doesn't exist yet. or the fridge that's definitely modern. Ignore that, you know, it's 1980, just go with it. But yeah, we got my nice firewood stack over here, and go down these nice steps here, and I got the truck here. Whoop, truck here in the shed or garage. It's heated and everything, so I can work in here just on the truck, or if I get a yard mower, we can put that in there, or the tiller for the garden at some point. But yeah, we got our glory flying up there. Got this nice little seasonal set that we'll have out here, and got some nice rocks, another nice seasonal set. Then we'll wander around the house up this driveway here that I told you about already, or showed you. I guess I drove up it when I started the video. But yeah, we got this big cold storage shed that's probably way too big, but it should fit everything that we need in it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I went with white and black, or white and gray, I guess is what it says, because I kind of like that color scheme. That's why I went white and black here. But yeah, we got the shop here. Yeah, you can work on all of our equipment. Got our extra parts over here. Got some oils out and stuff. Got our fuel barrel. We got 2 bins here. We're only gonna do corn and soybeans. I know the last one we did oats on, but we're only gonna do corn and soybeans on here. I did put down a hog thing. I don't know if I'll do hogs on this one yet or not, or uh, not on this one yet, but on this series yet. Or yeah, I would like to do some animals, but I put this down because I think I'll do it. I just probably won't do it for the first year here. It'll probably just be on the next one, but for the next year. So after we harvest corn, or after we harvest our crops twice, so we're gonna harvest some right here, probably in the next episode or two, and then we will go through a planting season and everything again, and then I think or planting and harvest season again, then I think we'll do hogs, just because I kind of just want to figure out some of the mods and stuff again, first, and kind of set up this series, since I moved, you know, I just want to set everything up, first, but, yeah, so Okay, guys, it's almost like I just left there giving you a tour of the buildings, but now we got all our equipment bought and brought back to the farm. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but we got 2 gravity boxes of 500 bushel Parkers, the 4000 series, and then we got 2 of the 2500 Parkers. Yeah, so then they'll just go on one on each of the tractors that I'll show you here in a minute. And then I got a John Deere auger and a versatile auger, if I remember right. Hopefully they reach up there now that I think about it, but the one I guess is just an empty. Then we got a swather here. It's an international swather. We got our bean header back here, which kind of gives away the little secret that I was hiding of the combine. But we'll keep you guys guessing what kind of combine I got. We got our hay wagon there, or flatbed hay wagon, whatever you want to call it. We got our car trailer there, and then I'll show you guys inside the big machine shed. Dun dun dun. But yeah, then here's our drill right next to the door. And then we got our 4020 here, and then we got our rotary hoe and our row crop cultivator. We got our chisel plow with twisted shanks. We got our gale baler over here, our wind rower here. We got our corn header here. This is really giving it away what kind of combine I guess that I got now, I guess. But then we got our disc ripper here, and then our disc. And then I went with a Case Psycho planner, just because I'm familiar with it in real life, so I kind of gravitate towards it on game too. But yeah, so it's a 12 row, as you can see. But yeah, then we got our cultivator. I decided to get another cultivator. This is an international. It's a little bit wider than the other one in the back, but hopefully one of them will work. And then when we upgrade in a couple years, uh, then I'll get rid of both of them. Probably the same with the disc and the disc ripper. So yeah, I think that's everything in here. But we'll go ahead and wander over to the shop now. And since I kept you guys waiting long enough, I suppose I could show you the tractor and the combine that I got. Well, I suppose it's tractors. There's two tractors in here. But if you've been following along in any of my other series, you'll know which tractors I have a tendency to gravitate towards. So without further ado, this shouldn't shock you at all. But oh, door. There we go. Dun dun dun. 49.55. Shocker. I know. I'm sure you're all stunned by that. But yeah. But then we got a 1680 Case International. But we got a Case International 1680 Combine. Oops. Where does that go to? Anyways. Quit looking around. I got a 7150 with a front wheel assist. Hopefully one of these tractors should be able to pull everything. Hopefully. I guess I should probably double check the horsepower, but I think the only thing that I'd question that on is the disc at this point. But everything else it should be able to pull. But yeah, with that, this will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the building of the 80's series. And I can't get the door to close now. For whatever reason. We don't want to close now. Just one of these bugs again. There it is. Yep, okay. Welcome back, guys, to the 1980's vlog. Today we have one field of soybeans that's already ready. So we are going to go ahead and get everything out. We're going to go ahead and get started working on that field so we can get some kinks worked out. And we're going to get the auger set up and everything. And then hopefully once we get all that stuff worked out in the next video, you guys will see the rest of harvest. So today is just me kind of getting all the kinks worked out and getting everything set up. So with that, we need to get the 4020 out of the shed over here, and it backed up to, and then get it hooked up to one of the augers. Get the auger backed up to one of the sheds, one of the bins. And then get the tractors hooked up to the wagons and the combine obviously hooked up to the soybean header. And then we will head down to the field. But to start, let's go ahead and jump here in our trusty old 4020 that's been with us since the 60's. We'll go ahead and get her out of the shed. She'll be the one running the auger today. Well, I'll probably run the auger for most of harvest. But today specifically she will be hooked up to it. So let's go ahead. Oops, wrong button. Ignore that. Does this not have? There it is. Alright. Now I can show you one of the most tense moments on a farm. Between a farmer and his grandkids or kids that are helping him set up. It's setting up the auger. If you guys have never been around a farm, it is one of the most tense moments, and maybe that's just our farm, but okay guys, sorry for that weird cut there. I realized that the bins that I had were too big for this auger, and which means it wouldn't be very realistic to the series if I was way off on auger size. So we'll go ahead and get that set up there. Yeah, and then I'll get this brought around to the PTO drive side there. I do have a question for anyone that is an actual farmer, or farmers or kids that have been around augers like this back in the day. Uh, our auger, I think we had a versatile as well, but we just had a. Hang on, you know what? I'll just get hooked up here quick, and then I'll ask you guys the questions. A lot of that's probably gonna just be cut out. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump in the combine here. We'll get her hooked up to the head first, and then I'll come back, get the tractors, hook them up to the bins, to the gravity boxes, and then we'll only take one down because I think that's all we'll need. If we need to, I'll just run back up here with it, and with the wagons, and get the other wagons. So, yeah. Got that hooked up. Jump out here. We'll wander over and get both of these, the 4955 and the 7150, hooked up. And yeah, I will probably just go ahead and see you guys at the field at this point. Alright guys, just getting down to the field here. We're gonna go ahead and hopefully everything's set right, and we'll check it once we get going too. But it was very sketchy going down the road with this wide of a head. I'm not used to having a 25 foot, or I think it's 25 foot head. Going down the road, kind of probably too wide. Probably need to get a cart that pulls the header at some point here. But we'll get a little spot cut out here, and then I will run back on my happy little legs and get a one of the sets of wagons. So we'll get this little chunk cut out here so we have a nice little driveway in and out of the field, just in case we do have more soybeans here than I think. So go down this way a little bit. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys in the futuristic drone camera. Need to too new at this. I'm too used to driving that way, so I'll get back, or I'll get that knocked out of me before too long, hopefully. Alright guys, we got a nice little chunk here. That should be good enough to get the wagons in here. I mean, honestly, it should be good enough to get both sets in here, which was what I was kind of going for, but we should have plenty of room to get turned around with the set of wagons. So I will see you guys back at the house where we get the wagons, and then we'll wander our way back. Okay guys, we're just getting here to the house. I gotta move. Well, actually, no, I can sit there. I'm gonna take the 7150 here with our front wheel assist tractor with these two wagons. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and start driving down there, and we'll take our driveway back here. It's right behind the yard. So we get this nice little driveway. This one makes it easy to kind of avoid going down our other driveway, which is our other driveway is a little bit too switchbacky for at least the combine with the head. So this one makes it a little bit easier. And I think the house used to be separate from the ground, but then the guy who I bought the ground from, talking to you in a futuristic cam again, the guy that I bought the ground from bought the house back because I think the house used to be part of the ground. Then it got sold at one point, and then the guy bought it back. But anyways, so we'll go ahead and head down the road here. We're not too far away, so probably would help if I kicked it up a gear. And these deer are everywhere. Just crazy deer. Go ahead and see what's on the radio. Corn's looking good back there, that's for sure. Should have mentioned that. That's one of our cornfields there. But just around this bend should be our soybean field, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't magically somehow take a different route. But should be just, there's the bridge. Here's our other cornfield. But the bridge is, well, I think you guys saw it when I was down here with the combine. If you didn't, this is the little bridge there, and then we go over it, and our driveway to our field is right there. And then we own the other field on the other side of the other side of the grass ditch over there. So go ahead and get slowed down here. Here's our driveway. Just head down here and make our turn. So we're facing out of the field. And just park it there. Alright. So we'll go ahead and jump in the combine. And I will see you guys in the time lapse. I hope you enjoy the time lapse. Alrighty, guys. We're just getting out this morning. Had some book work I needed to do. But late last night we finished soybean harvest. We got both of our wagons full. We brought them home last night. We got to unload both of them into the auger here at some point. But we bought a truck, it's just a small little truck with a box on the back that I need to go pick up from the dealership. They also have my manure spreader there that I bought a couple weeks ago, but just haven't gone and picked up yet. But we got to get the combine back up from its field, and we got to switch that over to corn. But first, we're going to go get that truck and manure spreader from the dealership. My brother is about here. He's going to pick me up and bring me there, and then we'll bring that back. And then we'll get the combine brought up and get that hooked up to the corn header over here. And then we will be combining this field back behind the house here, or back behind the yard. We're going to combine that field. But yeah. So I finished combining soybeans on stream. If you guys haven't seen a stream, you can come check it out. I usually stream Friday or Saturday or both if I have stuff that I can do. But by the time this video comes out, it'll be, oh shoot, 2 weeks. Actually, it might even be later. 3 weeks since I streamed, so it won't be as, I mean, my streams are going to be way ahead of my recordings and the videos themselves. So I hope you guys could stop out sometime if you want. It's always linked down below. But yeah, with that being said, I need to get to work here. I'm going to go pick up the truck. I'll show you guys when I get to the dealership. I'll show you the truck. It's an international truck. We bought it from the Case IH dealer, since Case just recently bought or combined with International, as you guys can tell. But we're going to go ahead and wander over to the dealership. We got some parts that we need to pick up too anyways for the combine, and some grease and oil. So we're going to go ahead and run into town there and pick that up. And I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, we just got here to the dealership now. They said the truck, oh, you can see her there. It's just in the bay here. They washed it up for me. We got a 1980, I think, exactly. International S1800, I guess, is the number. Not 100%. With an Omaha standard box on it, and our manure spreader that's already hooked up. Thankfully, these guys were nice enough to hook it up for us. Brand new. I had originally, oh, they do have it out here. So I have my old one over here that they sold. Oh, maybe it's not. No, because we just had a single axle. We didn't have a dual axle like that. Anyways, yeah, so they got her hooked up for me and ready to go. I think it's a 300 bushel box on the back off the top of my head. But we'll go ahead and jump in here, kick her into gear, and we'll drive out past all this equipment. Okay, you know we can't stop without looking at. We got cultivators here. I got two more trucks here, identical to the ones that I got. The one I got is used though, so it's got like, I was gonna say it by hours, but I think it's got 20,000 miles on it most. I'm not 100% sure there. But yeah, so they got some of the old 86 series. Some of these are fairly new by the looks of it. This one looks a little used. 1086, 980, or the first one 986, 1086, and we got a 186 Hydro. Maybe I have to look at that a little bit closer sometime if we get a chance. 7110, another 7110. Looks like they're identical tractors. This one just got a guard instead of weight set up. Another 7110. Oh, these are all 7110s. Okay. This one just a front wheel assist. I don't know why they must just sell all their bigger horsepower ones to the farmers. That's why they got all the smaller 7110s here. But then they got a 6-row, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6-row cycle implanter with dry boxes on it. And we got a cultivator like ours, 4-row cyclone planter, cyclo air planter, and then we got some more 12-row cyclo planters. Got some bean headers, got 2 corn headers. Looks like there's an 8-row and a 6-row if I had to guess. Yep. And then we got some of our combines, basically identical to ours, just different models. We got a 1660. Oh, we got 2 1660s. One's just got a bigger hopper. Then a 1680, which is like ours, just with a bigger hopper as well. Oh, they got 2 1680s that got the bigger hoppers. Gotcha. Oh, this one just got a short auger. These all got the long augers. So, okay, cool. Got some manure spreaders. That must be look like they're similar size to ours. Got some rippers, a couple cultivators, some more combines, the old 14 series, a couple swathers there, a stock chopper. What do we got here? 1480 and 1460. Okay, so it's all cool. It's nice coming down to the dealership every once in a while. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get to driving here. I will see you guys back at the house. Okay, guys, getting a little sidetracked here. We kind of took a different turn than I needed to on the way home, but there's this yard here. It's coming up for sale. The guy passed away a couple years ago, and the wife moved into town with her kids. Oh, looks like there's a door open. Here's the driveway. We're gonna sneak up there, but this yard's coming up for sale. All the equipment's gonna be for sale too. But they said there's a chance if you buy it that you can. There's gonna be some access to some ground nearby. I don't know what ground that is yet. We'll look. But if you buy it, it's one of those situations where you buy it, you can rent the ground too. But yeah, probably shouldn't be on here. This is technically trespassing. But we got a couple. There's a cultivator, deep chisel. There's a couple tractors in the shed. They left this door wide open. There's a white 2110. Cool. Well, I guess I should. It's a white farm boss. I shouldn't, or field boss. I guess I didn't know if it was a 2110 or not. But Model A and Super H and a spreader. I'd go in the shed. Oh, there's a hay rack. But if the door's not open, I don't want to leave my fingerprints on things. The house is back there in between the barn and the shed. Wonder if there's anything in that barn too. We should probably get out of here. Yeah, that should be for sale here, I think, in the next week or two. So you guys might know by the end of this vlog or not if I buy that. But yeah, so. Well, they got a neighbor right here too. I think that neighbor would be really happy if he bought that, but we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the yard now, and I will see you guys there, and then we'll have to get the combine switched over. Well, I have to go pick up the combine and then get it switched over to corn. I will see you guys there. Alright guys, as you can see, I got the truck home, we got the manure spreader put away behind the shed there, and we are now, I got this hooked up to this little wagon that I like to bring out to the field. I don't leave it hooked up to this box, but I bring it out there just in case everything gets full. I have an extra spot to dump for a little bit, and then I'll go pick it back up later. But yeah, so I got that all hooked up. Now I'm going to jump in my pickup here. We're going to run down to the combine, which is sitting down in the last soybean field that we harvested, and then I will pick that up, and I will see you guys down there. Okay guys, as you can see, we got a header cart. When I drove down here, I realized when I drove the combine down here with the soybean header in the last video, I realized I'm like, I really should get a header cart, because that was quite a ways. I mean, that was probably a half mile down the road to get to this field, and that's quite a ways to go with a 25 foot wide head, even, well, any wider, and you'd really have to, but we don't have anything that wide yet. But going across this little bridge here, or culvert, the header would actually basically be touching the metal beams every once in a while, if I get too far over to one side. So yeah, so I went and bought a header cart from the Deere dealership actually, and yeah, so we can move the at least soybean header around a lot easier now. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and jump up in the combine, and we'll go ahead and meander our way back to the house. And we'll hopefully get switched over to corn here easy enough. And then once I get a little bit of corn taken out, I'll come down and get the soybean header, so then we don't have to leave it out in a field overnight when we don't really need to be. We got plenty of storage, so yeah. With that being said, I will see you guys back at the house. Okay, guys, we're just heading up my driveway now. I know I kind of going down here with the soybean header I won't ever do, but I can go up with just the combine easy enough. But yeah, we'll go ahead and head up here. We'll get the corn header out of the shed here, and then we will run down, get the soybean header, because I now get back to the yard and realize I need to dump soybeans, but I was gonna go ahead and get some corn out first. But I would like to get that header and truck back here before I get too far into the day, otherwise I will forget about it, and I need my truck to get around if I need anything. So I'll go ahead and park this by the shop, and we'll shut it off for now. I'll go ahead and turn on the 4020 that's on the auger and let her warm up for a little bit. Alright, so we got that all started up now. Well, yeah, we'll let that run for a little bit. I'll walk down and get the truck and header, and I will see you guys back here in a minute with the truck and trailer, and then we will unload some soybeans and then get finished switching over to corn and start harvesting some corn. Okay, guys, just got everything back. We got the header parked here. I was going to back it into the shed, and then I realized I want to get that disc out and maybe one of the rippers out so we can rip up some of this corn ground that we do every fall after we get done corn harvesting. So we'll go ahead and hop in the 7150. Actually, I'm going to start the 7150 and the 4955, and we're going to let them warm up while we go ahead and get these brought up to the auger here. We'll go ahead and hopefully that's close enough. Ruh-roh. But yeah, while that's unloading, we will go ahead and run over and get the combine ready, and I will swing out to the cornfield and just kind of plunge into some corn real quick. We ain't going to do a whole lot. We're just going to start her up and let her warm up and kind of get her through her paces quick. Yeah, looks like she's doing good. Oop. So just gonna go ahead and just plunge right into this corn right here. Alright, I think we went far enough. We can see how she's doing now. Go ahead and hop out here. Planes keep flying over, geez. Looks like she's doing pretty good here. Just making sure we don't have too much corn. There might be one or two on the ground. Yeah, that'll be good enough for us. But oh man, I even left the separator running. Meant to leave the combine running, but not the separator at least. So I'll walk back over here and I'll get everything unloaded, and then I will see you guys after that. Alright guys, we just got back in the combine here, and we're just going to start going around. But I'm just going to time-lapse harvest like I always do, so I hope you guys enjoy this time-lapse, and I will see you guys when we finish this field. welcome back. It's now November. We got all the corn harvested. We got everything in the bins. We even have one load loaded on our tandem truck, which I'll probably show you here. Open up the door. We got one load loaded on this truck and in this wagon that we can take to the ethanol plant when the prices get a little bit better here this summer, probably. Or actually, we might end up taking that next after we get done with all the field work here. So maybe here in December. The price is pretty good in December, but it's better in June next year. So we'll look at it, see if I mean, we won't haul everything out of the bins yet, but we'll at least maybe haul that load so it's not just sitting on the wagons all winter. But today's episode is gonna be a little bit different. You guys are probably used to just all the tractor and all the main farming stuff that you guys see from the road. Just the stuff that you guys normally see, the tractors going back and forth in the field. We are actually going to be helping. Well, I bought an acreage. Actually, I think I showed you guys in the last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago. I bought that abandoned acreage. Well, not really abandoned. It just kind of got stuck in limbo because the family couldn't settle out the will of the old guy that passed, and the wife had moved to town, so they stopped taking care of it and kind of left a lot of the stuff in the shed, is my understanding. I showed you guys like the 2 tractors and the cultivator we could see, but yeah, there's supposedly the only thing they know that was sold was the combine, and they think that was the only thing that was sold, so they're not positive. The barn doors on the actual barn itself will not open. They said there's nothing in it, so they said you can do whatever you want. There's nothing in the barn, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and head down there. I'm not going to keep everything. If we can get most of the equipment running or moving at least, there's a couple things that I want, but I just kind of am going to clean up the acreage, and then I think I'm going to tear down the house and the barn, and then I'm going to keep the shed, so at least if I ever need more storage space, I can just bring stuff down there and store it. Otherwise, I might sell it. I'm going to keep the grass. For now, once I get the house and the barn tore down, I think I'm going to keep the grass so I have grass hay, and then I'm going to keep my hay equipment down there because that's going to be where a majority of my hay ground is. But yeah, you know what? I'll stop talking. Let's go ahead and head down there, and I will see you guys down there. Alright guys, we're just getting pulled up here. Now realizing maybe I should have brought along... I'm going to have to park out here on the road for now. Okay, back up so if I can get one of the tractors started and moved out, and we can, I think they said there's a mower, so if we can, we're going to try and get that going. But yeah, this is the acreage I bought. There's a couple acres of grass hay that kind of run back through these trees, and God, these weeds are 4 foot tall. There's trees growing up everywhere. But yeah, see, you can see all the grass hay. It kind of follows holy cow, this is 6 foot tall now. You can see the fence follows the road here. It annoys me when the county just mows the ditches just right, and you can see right where the weed line is. But yeah, they got all this all the way back there to the trees there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna tear down the barn unless there is something. Yeah, they did say the doors are all kind of whoops. The doors are all kind of jammed. So I don't think we can get in the barn. We'll just... They got in going through that little hatch window there. There's like a little platform. God, I love these old barns that were built in the... God, this was probably only built in the late 1900s, but... Or early 1900s, not late. Early 1900s, so... I mean, it'd be... Yeah. Maybe we'll work on that, trying to get the doors out, but we're definitely going to tear down this house back here. They said that the gal hadn't lived in it in 30 years. Or 20 years. And, yeah. Ugh. Nice old bench there still. Well, I guess I shouldn't say nice. Is that a bike or something? Oh, it's a wheelbarrow. I don't even know where the door's right here. I wonder if we can get inside here. Ugh. Oh, there's just a bed in here still with some shoes. Oh gosh, it's like she just left. There's the bathtub. Looks like a table right here. And she just left. That's exactly what she did. See if I can get back out of here. Yeah, that house is just gonna get torn down with everything inside it. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, but as you guys saw, this door was left wide open. And they have the cultivator here and a chisel plow. Um, I think we're going to sell the white because that's worth $30,000 right now. Um, and I would like to keep, honestly, both of these because I know my brother likes this farmall. And I think I'm going to keep the A. And the spreader I'll keep. We just got to get some of these weeds taken down. That'd be nice. This hay rack is going to stay here because I'm going to put my hay equipment here, as I said before. Oh, look, so he's got a square baler. Perfect. That's awesome, actually. We could use that. Planes on here. I tell you what. Row crop cultivator that we'll sell. Sprayer that we'll keep here for spraying pasture and grassland, probably. Mower we'll keep. We'll sell the rake. We got 2 wagons. I think we'll have to sell those, honestly. Or, yeah, we'll have to sell them. Let's see. We got an old 4-row? Yeah, an old 4-row planer. I'm obviously going to have to sell that because I have no need for it. But, yeah, I'm going to go see. I was told I was told all the tractors started when they were out here a couple weeks ago getting it ready for the sale. So, I'm going to start. I would like to. One of these got 3-point linkage. Oh, this one does? Yeah. Oh, they both do. I want to see if this A will start. Perfect. And she still runs. Still drives. Alright, we'll drive into the shed here. It's got a sickle bar mower, and I'm thankful because if I didn't bring mine from Ohio with me, so we're gonna hook up to this one and hopefully we can clean up. Alright, crawl over this. Looks like it's all hooked up. Crawl back in here. Might need a... You know what? Let's see if we can get this other door open. Hurry. There we go. She's rough, but she works still. Let's see if this will handle some of these weeds. God, I really don't think it will, but... we will see. Hopefully. She's lowering down there now. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. I'm gonna at least get a path here back and forth from this shed. And then I want to get that white out, take it to the dealership, and then... Actually, I think I'm going to hook the white up to those 2 wagons and bring those wagons into the dealership too. And then we will, yeah. So I'm going to get a path cut out here, and I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys. As you can see, I did a lot of cleanup there. I got all the bushes I could out of the sheds here. Go ahead and shut that off. Got everything cleaned out in here. And then there's actually a really good base layer of rock around here, honestly. That make for a good yard. But yeah, I got everything out of the shed here cleaned out. Got it cleaned out. I got everything cleaned up all the way down to the edge of the barn there. And then I think I'm just gonna have to rip up. Well, I'm gonna have to come in with like a dozer or something, or I don't know, a tractor with a loader and rip up a bunch of these trees. And then I think I'm gonna have to come in with the disc and rip all this up and plant it to grass. So then, or plant it to replant it to grass, so it's a little bit better. Didn't get in the barn still. If I wanted to get in there, I'm gonna have to like cut the door open. I think we're just gonna push her over and burn her down. The roof is about as holy as it can get without being Jesus. Because that's it's pretty religious roof, if you understand what I'm saying. Still not gonna go back in that house. We're just gonna push it over at the same time and push the barn over. But now I'm gonna get the truck in here, and then we're gonna load up the Model A. I'm gonna unhook it from the sickle mower, and then we're going to get the white hooked up to those wagons so we can sell it. So sell it and the wagon. So let's get this in there. And then my brother said he wanted to come look at the farmhouse, so he was going to pick me up at the dealership after we drop off the wagons. But let's go ahead and Shut the truck off. Okay. We'll wander over here and we'll crawl up in this white. I got her to start a little bit ago. She's struggling now. Oh, there's even a sprayer control in here? That's interesting. Must have had a bigger sprayer at one point too, I take it then. But yeah, I'll get hooked up to these wagons here. Yeah, this shouldn't be too hard. I'll get hooked up to these wagons and I will see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, I just crawled it back on the old Model A here. I want to take it back to the house and the shop so I can do some work on it. Obviously I need to change the oil in it because it probably hasn't been changed in... Well, I think they said officially this place has technically only been abandoned 5 years, but they don't think the guy had moved any of his equipment in the last 10 before he passed, and obviously hadn't been taking care of it for at least the last 15 before that. So, get this little pop back off now and fasten down the straps here. And we'll just... you know what, I'll be back in a little bit anyways. We're going to go ahead and take this white down. I might still keep it. I really like these white tractors. We'll see. I'm going to take it for the drive. And I might just leave it out here and it'll just be part of my hay equipment lineup. But I think that Farmall is going to stay for sure. Or the Farmall. And the Model A's, I think they're going to stay for sure. But I'm going to have to talk to my brother to see if he does want that Farmall or not. But we definitely got to get rid of these wagons. I have no need for these wagons. So we're going to go ahead and bring them in, and then I have a guy coming to look at the rake this afternoon and the cultivator, and then another guy that's going to come look at the planter. So I will see you guys here in a little while. Actually, you know, yeah, I'll come back here and I'll give you an update once I get back here. But I'm going to go ahead and take these wagons to the deer dealership because they're the only ones that want these Parker styles. The other one sells Killsboro right now, that's why. But deer dealership should be just past the church over here, so by the north elevator in this county. So we're gonna head down there and I will see you guys once we get there. Okay guys, just getting up here. We are just to the left. Here's the deer dealership. I did decide I like this tractor enough. I don't know why I'm talking to you in the futuristic drone cam. I like this tractor enough that I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it, yeah. I can use it as a sprayer tractor. It can be used as a hay tractor, you know, all that fun stuff. But we'll go ahead and run in here, see where they want it. But I need to find like a weight kit for it, I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't think, maybe when I'm spraying I'd need it, but I don't think I'd need it much for anything else. But yeah, we'll go ahead and run in here and talk to the salesman, see where they want it parked, and then, well, I think they wanted to possibly run it through the shop, so we might have to bring it inside, so I will go ahead and do that. Alrighty guys, we got the wagons dropped off. They did want it in the shop like I thought. Man, I can't go past a deer dealership without looking at everything. So, I got some brand new 35 series balers. Well, there's a 535 and a 435. I bet one's 4 foot wide and one's 5 foot wide. That's why they did that. Got some Titan series combines. I think that's what they're called. 7700 and yeah. But here's what I kind of wanted to look at. I see they got a used 4755. I don't need it, but yeah, 4955 like ours with a loader attachment though. 4750. Here's what I want to look at. They got a 4955 front wheel assist. I'd be very interested in this tractor. We got to get back with our white, but we'll stop and talk to them about that. I might see what they want for that. They got a 20 series, 30 series. They got a 4430 cabbed one. I haven't seen one of those in a while. When they came out a couple of years ago, they were everywhere. Everyone has them, or a majority of people have them. But yeah, the dealerships don't have many anymore. Everyone likes those tractors. I got a couple drills, a couple planters, cultivator. 3 of them. One's got the marker on it though, or the high vis. And these are brand spanking new. Like I think fresh off the factory line, 9600 series combine. So it is 1989. These technically don't release till 1990, so I think the dealership is going through them before, and they were being. I think one of these was out being tested, if that makes sense. Like the farmers were, some of the local farmers were driving them. So we might test one next fall. There's a updated series coming out next fall. I think it's called the 10 series. But we might test one out next fall. This is supposed to have significantly more capacity, or can drive a lot faster when you're combining, basically, than our 1680 does. So, yeah. So, it's interesting stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump in the white here, and then I will drive this back to the yard. My brother's going to pick me up at my yard, and then we're going to go back down to the acreage that we bought and clean up some more. And I think I'm going to bring that farm all, or that, I think my brother's going to keep the farm all, and that's perfectly fine. I want him to have a tractor like that. But I think I'm going to have to sell the Model A. As much as I like that tractor, I just won't have enough use for it, honestly, and it can go to another home and someone else can use it more than I will. So, yeah. So I will see you guys back down at the acreage. Alright guys, we got the old white back. She didn't blow up, thankfully. I was reading the numbers on the side of the oil filter, and it hasn't, as a lot of us farmers, we write the date the last time it was changed. It was changed 10 years ago, so probably shouldn't have been driving that near as much as I was. But, yeah, with that, my brother said he was going to be here in about 2 minutes or not 2 minutes. He was going to be here about a couple minutes before 2, and it's a little bit after 2, so... And usually he's like, you just add 30 minutes, whatever he says. So probably around 2:30 he'll be here. So we'll go ahead and run back down to the new to us acreage, and we will get the planter sold, hopefully, and whatever else we need to sell. So I will see you guys back down there. Okay, guys, just getting back here. Or, well, not, I'm just getting back to you guys, but me and my brother did a whole ton of cleanup. We can't get these doors to close at all for whatever reason. There's even power in here, which is kind of annoying because I would like to have like a little shop down here. But I think we're going to tear this building down. We're going to tear the barn down and the house down. We're going to leave the shed. And I think I'm going to let my brother, if he wants to, I'll let him build a house out here. And a little shop if he wants to. But we got, here, get back in here. We got everything put in the shed here. Yeah, we got the cultivator sold, the row crop cultivator sold. We got the planter sold. What else was in here? I gotta remember. Oh, there was the chisel plow over here and the little 5-foot cultivator, or not 5-foot, 10-foot cultivator, I think is what it was. 12-foot. I don't know, whatever it was. 10 or 12-foot cultivator that was sitting here. One of the guy that picked up the planter, actually saw the chisel plow and was like, "What do you gotta have for that?" I'm like, I don't know, you got $500 on you? And he's like, yep, I'll take it. I'm like, awesome. And then the guy that picked up the row crop cultivator saw the little cultivator and was like, what are you gonna have for that? I'm like, got $1,000 on you? Like, sure. So sold those two. He sold the planter for $1,000, the row crop cultivator for $1,000, and yeah. So I think that was everything I wanted to sell. Out of here now. So Model A I am gonna sell because like I said, I'm gonna let my brother, unless my brother buys it. Now that I think about it, he already left. I should have asked him. I mentioned that I kind of want to just sell this one so we don't have so many tractors around. But my brother, I said I'll let him have the farm all, no problem. He can have it as long as he keeps it up. And then I mentioned something about maybe he can move out here if he wants after we get all the buildings tore down. And we're gonna make this all hay this fall here. We're gonna rip everything up after we get everything burnt down. All the sheds burnt down here. We're gonna make this all hay. And I just found out, my brother made out the point of, they said there's some crop ground on it. So we're actually, and all this was hay and stuff. So I just assumed they meant right here was all crop ground. Calling the truck. As I already did that, but I assumed they just meant that this was all part of it, and all this grass hay was crop ground. But I looked at the final bill too, the bill of sale, and it mentions again that there's crop ground that we bought. So driving a little fast there, probably shouldn't. So as you come down this hill here, here's this little field. And I didn't put two and two together. My brother did. But there's a little path back there too. I think we bought this. I wasn't really paying attention. I probably should have, but I don't know. I'm doing pretty well financially right now. And but yeah, there's a little path back here, and I think this leads to another field in the back. But I mean, it looks like someone had been farming this for a couple of years. So I don't know. My understanding was like nothing was going well with the estate or anything, so no one had been farming the ground. Oh yeah, look at that. There's even a cornfield back here. Huh. Well, interesting. I'll have to take a look at the map a little bit better when I get home. But yeah, I'll wander back to my truck. And I think that'll about do it for this episode, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this little cleanup restoration of that farm place. I will probably start the next episode, and I'll give you guys, or I will start the next vlog. I will give you guys kind of an update on the farm, and then I'll obviously, it'll be a main part of the farm from now on. So, okay guys, just getting out. It's about 7 o'clock at night in November here. We got done harvesting in 2 videos ago now. But yeah, we got the white back. I got the oil changed in that and everything. And then I got the chisel ripper still hooked up to the 7150. And it's just parked in the shed for now. We're actually going to be doing some chisel ripping. But as I kind of promised in the last video, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. My brother does want the Model A, so we're going to bring that back down to him probably later in the winter because we're doing a bunch of work down there, and I kind of just want to, I think I'm going to just back it into the shed here in a little bit because now it's raining, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna keep that so he can have it, and then we're going to do a bunch of work down at that acreage we bought. As we kind of found out at the end of the last video, we owned a lot more ground than I thought we did. So I'll just pull up the fancy little map here. Alright, as you guys can see here, here is the acreage. It's right here where I'm pointing at with my finger. And this is where the acreage was. We bought actually all the way up to here. To the creek, as you can kind of see, and then I bought this other field right here that was originally part of his ground. The people that we bought it from, it was originally part of his ground, but they sold it off a couple years before he even stopped farming. He sold this piece off, but yeah. So me and my brother found the old trail that used to lead down to the road that was connected to these 2 fields, or these 3 fields. And we got an excavator and a bulldozer there cleaning it out for us right now. And they're there because they're going to burn down the shed and the barn and stuff, which I think is actually back here. But yeah, so here's where I live. I did talk to my brother. He is going to build a house out there. But I did warn him that I'm going to put a cattle pasture down there. It's just going to be a pasture, so I'm just going to bring them down there and they can just be in there. We might build a small cattle pasture up here at some point. Take some of our crop field out here and put a little cattle pasture in, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so there is another guy that recently passed a couple years ago now, just 2 or 3 years ago now. But that place was abandoned because his wife had passed years ago before him, unfortunately. So we'll have to go help close my map. I mentioned that I was going to help at least clean it up. I wasn't going to, the only thing I kind of wanted was there was 2 or 3 hog buildings there. And my brother likes hogs, so I was going to help take those down. And then my brother can take some of that, some of the equipment, some of the fence panels, and some of the building materials, and he can build his own, hopefully 2 setups. But we'll see how far we get, you know. But yeah, with that being said, I know it's late, but we're going to at least do a couple passes around the field. I got to squeeze, you know, we're just gonna till this one right now, and then we'll till the rest of our cornfields, because we do tillage on all of our cornfields every year. Because if we don't, then the residue sticks around too long, and then the beans don't do as well in the spring. So we are gonna make sure we get some of that corn residue turned over. So yeah, so I think this is probably our last video for this fall. Our next video is going to be probably that helping clean up that other acreage in the spring, because they're going to try and sell it. They're going to try and sell it next spring. We're not going to, like I said, we're not going to buy it, but we're going to at least help them clean it up. So yeah, that being said, let's get this going and at least get her opened up here. Looks like she's doing a good job. Let's actually back all the way into the corner here. Ooh, not too far now. Okay. So, yeah, I think I kind of talked to my brother. I think we might even put a bin or two down by his place, just so we can store some grain down there and we don't have to haul it all the way back to my place here. But we will see, like I said. And we'll see how we make out on all of our crop totals here next spring. We'll have most of our crops sold by June next year, so we'll know. I'm hoping we can buy another chunk of ground, because there's one that's supposedly coming up for sale, which is right on the other side of the creek next to the acreage that we just bought. So I think if we can, we're going to try and buy that too, because it's got quite a bit of crop ground, so, and some pastures, so we will see. With that, I need to focus here and just drive like I should be doing. But yeah. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. I know they're probably a little long sometimes, or maybe they're a little boring, and I'm still figuring out editing too, and mic settings and all that. So as always, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm just gonna do a lap around, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'll come back tomorrow morning and we'll do a time lapse of doing the tillage on the rest of this field. So yeah, and I think we have, I mean, I'd film the rest of the tillage that we do, but it just gets so repetitive and boring that I know you guys wouldn't really enjoy it, so I just kind of do one field here and there, and then I know you guys will hopefully at least watch that. So yeah, oh, another deer. Keep chasing all the deer out. But yeah. Alright guys, this rain's getting a little bit heavier than I wanted, so we're just going to go ahead and park the tractor over here by the house. Shut it off. Ooh, better not leave the lights on now, Jack. So we'll go ahead and jump in the white here. And oops, wrong gear. We'll get it pulled into the shed so it doesn't have to sit out much. No reason to have it sitting out if we don't need it to. I think, like I said, it had a sprayer controller in there, so I think conveniently we might use this nice 2110 to do our spraying with next spring. So yeah, go ahead and shut this door. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and run in and go to bed, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's actually later. It's probably like 11 ish. So that rained around a little bit this morning. Got to get back to village. This time we're just going to do time lapse instead. But we'll let it work. That's fine. We'll actually hopefully finish up the field tonight or today for sure. And tomorrow we will. Well, you guys won't see it. I will probably be finishing tillage on the rest of the farm. So that's what you guys do this time. Okay guys, we got that all tilled as you saw in the time lapse, but that'll do it for this episode. I'll get everything else tilled, and then I think next episode we're going to show you some of the plans that we have for that acreage, and maybe show you some of the cleanup of the other acreage that we're going to help clean up. I don't know if we're actually going to help much with cleanup on that one, we'll see. But yeah, I think they're going to maybe sell some of that in auction, but we'll see. So, well, good morning, everyone. It is early morning here. It's the first week of December now. We got to get this corn unloaded before it either spoils or whatever on the truck. I don't want to keep it waiting there or keep it sitting on the truck and trailer here. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to bring that in, but we're also going to go drop off the Model A at my brother's house or yard today for him. And I'll show you guys the progress that we have made there. And then I think I'll also show you the other yard that's going to be for sale here in a little bit. It's the 1980s. It's been really hard on farming, and me and my brother have been extremely lucky the way we farm, and just lucky that we got a lot of stuff paid off. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump in the truck here and start to head up to the elevator by the deer. We're going to the one by the deer dealer, and then we will come back, and like I said, we'll run over to my brother's place. So we'll go ahead and start driving up there, and honestly, I'll just see you guys up there. Okay guys, we're just getting pulled up here. Ooh, probably took that corner way too fast, but yeah, we're just dropping off our corn here. They just came out with the new setup where the scale is nicely tucked away in where you unload. Otherwise, normally you'd have to go across the scale. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and pull on the scale, wait for them to give us the go-ahead, and then we will go ahead and start dumping. Alright, oh, yep, we got both the wagons able to unload and the trailer. You're not, big suggestion in life, don't normally dump onto this, or onto the hitch, or the drawbar, I guess is what it's actually called. But I just have one load, so, and I won't do this again probably with this setup, so just making sure we get everything unloaded here. That's unloaded. I'll go ahead and drop the bed down now. Waiting for the wagon. This is nice because you can dump it out real fast out of the back door there, and this is nice because it hauls easy but takes forever to unload because you're shoving all this corn out the same chute. So get that closed up now, and we'll go ahead and we will run back home now. And yeah, so I'll run around and I'll see you how much money I made quick. Stop at the office over here and get my ticket. I believe this is the office. I think they, yep, they did move it. Okay. Originally it used to be in that little knockout there on the side of the, on the side of the Quonset there, but I'll run inside here and grab my ticket, and we'll see how much money we made. Oh, jeez. Well, we made out really good there on our corn. This load brought us in about $10,000, which is phenomenal. It was about 700 bushel, I think. But yeah, I get in real life, guys, that I know that corn prices are not that good, but since it's farm sim and I can't change the prices, we're gonna take it so we can keep moving up in the world on this stuff, you know. So yeah, but with that, after this car goes by, we'll run across here and we will make our way back home, and then I will see you guys when we get in our pickup to go to my brother's place. Alright guys, we got back here. We're just got out. We're gonna unhook from the wagon there, and we're gonna just go ahead and park this in the shed over here. Which I probably could have parked the Ripper in there, but I just left it out. Kind of wanted it to get some washing after uh, after fall. She got used and abused, so might as well make sure we get everything. Or see if we can get it a little bit cleaner before it starts snowing here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and close up the door now. And whatever. We'll walk over here to our beautiful F-150 and jump in, and I will see you guys at my brother's place now. Okay, guys, we're just getting pulled up here to my brother's place. As you guys can see, we have put up a bin, and he has even put up a shed, and it looks like he's cleared spot for the house here to the right. And he needs to put some rock down since he put that gate in. He needs to put some rock down more directionally straight. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and hop out here and undo all the straps. I think he said he wanted it in here. He just put this one up. It's a nice little lean-to style, or just mono-slope building. But yeah, so he got that all built last week. I think it was literally last week they finished it. But yeah, as you guys can see, got this nice pad over here that this is where his house is going to go. You can see the edge of the property now, going through those bushes. Here's where that old building was sitting. We pushed a bunch of that dirt out, built this little bin here, and we found the well back here too, which kind of scared me after we started clearing all the shrubs back here, and we had started to kind of lay out the foundation for this bin. We found this, and I was like, is that going to be a problem for the foundation? Nope, you should be fine. So we'll see. But yeah, so we got this creek running through here, or well, it's not a creek, it's just a waterway basically that will sit wet for most of the year. Whenever we get good rains, it'll have water going through it. But this is that land that I was talking about. Okay. Oh god, you guys didn't see me trying getting over that fence. It was not a very athletic move. But we will go ahead and walk over the top of this hill. There's this nice pasture ground here, and it's all fenced off, as you can see, all the way down. But then there's, like, I think 50 acres of crop ground on the other side, too. At the other side of the property there. And I'd walk all the way over there, but I'm worried I'm already trespassing, so we won't go do that. But yeah, this is a ground that we know is going to be up for sale here before next fall, but we won't be able to farm it till or 2 springs from now. So we're going to try and buy it after we get done selling all of our crop this year, and probably, I don't know, we'll see how we're doing financially too. Wow, I went over that fence a lot easier than I did on the way over. But yeah. So, you know what? I'll take the Model A off, and I'll use the Model A as my tour tractor. But, yeah, you can see I put up a... Hop on here. Whoops. Should probably start it. And back off that straight, or right. Hopefully didn't damage anything on the front end. But yeah, so... Here's my little cattle pasture that we're going to have. I told him he's got to keep this area. And then we're going to have, I think, like I said, if we can, we're going to get all the building materials from those hog barns on the other sale that's coming up next spring. And we're going to try and build them right here. I'm going to take mine down, and we're going to take that over here. And hopefully out of the 3 that we're going to take down, my hope is we can at least get 2 so he can have 2 hog pens here. And then, yeah, and then... I can put up another cattle pasture at my place. Or a cattle barn. Probably just a cattle barn. But yeah. So we'll head back here on this path that is way wide. I assume they must have had like it set up for like two vehicles to come up. But yeah. If you guys don't remember, actually, the last time we were here, almost all of this was covered with trees. Like where the cattle pasture was covered in was trees, and the house. I guess the house was in that back corner of that cattle pasture. And then the barn was right off the edge of the front part of that cattle pasture. And then all of this right here was covered with trees. This strip you could see like all the way back to kind of where these shrubs that are a different color for whatever reason. I was all the way back here. You could come all the way back here. It was just a narrow strip though. It was probably, actually I can probably tell you, I'd probably be able to see the change in the line. There it is. Kind of see the line there. just kind of curves around right there and kind of comes back right here, and then it kind of did a little circle here, and it just kind of circled in this grass. And we took all these trees out so we can cut the hay here. We're not gonna farm this as row crop ground because we don't need it, I guess, is kind of the main thing. And we need the hay, and this ground kind of probably pretty rough. I mean, we'd have to be farming it like contour farming it all the way across right here, and then we'd be able to do straight rows here, but then it's just a narrow little strip. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and crawl up back on the Model A here and head down here. And this sits wet right here. This is a stream still too, or well, it's another waterway, and you can see it continues down that way, but we had them do some dirt work and push some grass over the top of this end, so hopefully it kind of dries up enough where we can at least get across it with the mower. So yeah, we'll go down the driveway here. Yeah, all this was kind of overgrown with trees, and this driveway was here. It just was so overgrown with trees you couldn't even tell, and grass and bushes and whatever else. But here's the ground I was showing you. This was corn crop. I found out it was a different neighbor that was farming it for a couple of years. But the contract was up this year anyways, so he came and combined his corn, and I already came down and tilled it. But then we got this nice little grass patch up here that we could, if we wanted to, we could till it. Otherwise, I told my brother this would be a very beautiful place to put his house, but I think he's going to leave it up by the road because you got a long ways to get down. Either come down that hill, or you got to come down this little driveway that I'm going to show you. So jump back on the Model A here. Yeah, you can see this little driveway here. Yeah, and then here's the bigger field. And then there's two other fields here that we're now farming too, that I showed you guys before. Or, well, yeah, I kind of showed you the one day. But, yeah. Just going over this little hill here, you can see this sits pretty wet here too. This is a little bit more of a defined creek right there, or wet waterway. This was soybeans farmed by the same guy. But yeah, we'll just drive back here, and I'll just show you from the road probably. The other field's on the other side of the trees here. Yeah, you can see it there through the clearing. But we bought that because it was owned by the guy that was farming this stuff right here. But he said he just didn't want to farm it anymore, and like that, we were kind of new to the area, beginning farmers, and we've been pleasant neighbors to him, so we said that we would, if we could buy it from him, we would, and he said, sure, why not? And then he apparently went out and bought another bigger chunk from a different neighbor. Actually, I think it was, now that I think about it, I think it was part of the ground that's going to be part of the guy that we're going to go help clean up the acreage, or at least look at the buildings today. I don't think we're going to clean up much, but I think it was part of his estate. He bought, there's two fields right across the road from it, now that I think about it. And I heard those got sold, and this guy told me that he was buying ground right about that time. So I wonder if he did buy those. I'll show you guys when we get there, though. So yeah, we're gonna just make our way back up to the top of the hill where my brother's house is gonna be, and we will then load up the trailer, or just not load it up, but put our ramps up, and we will head out to that sale. Or not, I guess it's not sale. It's going to be eventually, but not quite yet. Ooh, wow, Model A's struggling to get up this hill. Ooh, so Model A and Farmall probably ain't gonna make it up the hill with anything on the back. That's good to note. So, yep. Just making our way back here. I'm gonna pull this in his little shed there, that monoslope shed, and then I'm gonna go get the Farmall out, put that in that shed too. because I think they literally just finished it 2 days ago, and my brother was going to come down here and do that. Put that tractor in here too, so then they'd both be in here. Just hopefully they fit. A lot closer than I thought it'd be. Shut her off. Close this door, open this door. And we will go ahead. Whoa, whoa, what was that? Go ahead and wander over here. Open up the shed. I don't think... Oh, yeah, I didn't even tell you guys. We got all of our hay equipment over here now. This spot got a little low because of it rained right after we were building that bin, so a bunch of dirt washed out, but it's fine now. Got her stabilized, but yeah, we got our swather over here, the baler, our other bale trailer, our windrower, which I think... I mean, it was the same one that was here, but yeah, I just brought ours down last week. But yeah, I'll go ahead and jump on the old farm all here. And we'll go ahead and bring this over to the other shed for him. I think he's going to use this shed as kind of a shop, but he's building a little shop where he's going to keep all of his tools, so like he can work on his tractors inside here at least. But I think that's what this... I'm going to go ahead and shut this door. Fuck off. Shut that door. I think that's what this little pad's going to be, is he's... Yeah, because it's concrete. Must be, and some gravel's already knocked over onto it. But yeah, I think he's building a little shop right here. And then we're going to put the hog confinements, or whenever we build them, we're going to put them here and next to him. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of the update to my brother's farm. And yeah, we'll go ahead and head over to... Oops. We'll go ahead and head over to the other sale site. We are not, like I said, we are not going to be looking to buy that one. We're just going to be looking, because they said they're probably going to sell the hog building separate to the rest of the acreage, and then we can take all the stuff from it, and my brother can... Got that close. My brother can build, hopefully, I'm hoping he can build all three, but I'm guessing he's only going to be able to build two. So, with that, I will see you guys at the other sale site. Okay, guys, just getting pulled up to this place here. I'm told we're allowed to go on it to look at the hog barns to see if we want them. But I don't really know. Is this a driveway? It's so overgrown. I was warned before. It's so overgrown. Yeah, here's a gate. We'll just open up the gate quick. Holy cow. They needed to get a mower out here 5 years ago. Those planes keep flying over every time, I swear. Yeah, I mean, they don't look bad. They kind of told us they thought they were kind of built relatively close to when he passed 2 years ago, so... No? Okay. Alright, well, this one's a little bit more overgrown, which I'm guessing just means he used it a couple more times, which is fine. Let's see if I can get over this panel here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it looks remarkable, though. So, we'll see here. We'll go ahead and, let me crawl back over the panel here. There we go. And look at the other sheds. Look, another one of these sheds. Just like the one... Oh, it's even got a basketball hoop on it. Holy crap, that trailer scared the crap out of me for some reason. Just thinking it was a person standing there. Let's open up the door here. Oh, what the heck? We got a water trailer in here. A mixer wagon. I'd be very interested in that mixer wagon, especially if my brother wants to get into more hogs. He'd need that. And a loader. I don't think, like, on the other one, we were warned before that they knew some stuff was sold. And here's his little shop. So, that's nice. We were warned before that a bunch of stuff kind of got sold before. But, yeah. Let's see. I was told one of these wagons had a bad axle. But it looks like they're fine. I guess I don't really care. We don't need more wagons, honestly. Maybe one big one would be nice just to have an extra one around just in case. But yeah, now into the shed. These doors do open. I was at least told this one does. Yeah, look at that. Look Look at that. Nice 40-20. This bush is somehow growing through the side of the building. Ooh, a nice farm. I'd be interested in this Farmall. 460. Just looks nice and clean compared to the other Farmall style. And another Model A, go figure. And a Kenzie 3000 planter with dry boxes on the front. Interesting. It's only a 6-row by the looks of it, so we're not going to be interested in it, but because we got our nice 12-row case one. And we got a New Holland twin rotor 97 series, which I'm guessing doesn't have very many hours on it if I had to bet money on it. Cultivator, kind of like our old one, and a 6-row corn head, and a geez, is this 25-foot bean head? Shouldn't be walking on these beams. It's probably unsafe as hell, and I guess if I get injured I get in a lot of trouble. And then yeah, this big ass tractor, 2870 case, Traction King. I've never heard of that before. Honestly, only seen these in photos. I've never actually seen one around. I don't even know. The dual style is interesting. I guess I'm just used to the bolt-on styles now. They used to have, the duals used to just be these clamps, these metal clamps where they'd hook into the hub there in the back, as you can see, or the main hub on the main wheel, and then they just have these clamps that would just kind of hold it tight. It's a very interesting style and a very sketchy style to do duals. But yeah, there's wide buggers too. But yeah, so there's a big disc. I would be kind of interested in that. What is it? Oh, it's 4090, so it's the same series as ours. Just looks like it's probably a 30-footer. I don't think we're going to be able to afford that. Or, well, honestly, I don't even know if our tractors would be able to pull it. So, but yeah, so I will make a couple calls. I think we'll be buying these two hog buildings. And we'll wait for the sale that is going to happen in April. So I will wander my way back out of these 4-foot tall weeds to the driveway. Yeah, look at that. I found it even in the weeds. But yeah, so I will see you guys back at my house. Alright, we'll grab a nice donut here that my brother's wife just dropped off. I'm very kind of her. But it is now April, everyone. Well, welcome back to the, I guess it'd be spring of 1990. Today we got to go to that sale that I'd kind of shown you before, and maybe we'll even drive past my brother's place. I think he said they finished the house, or at least the outside of the house is finished, I think. So we'll have to check that out. And yeah, we got to go to that sale. I'm hoping me and my brother can get a wagon, like one of these big Parkers that they got. Hoping we can get that, and then that grinder mixer. But yeah, so with that being said, let's go ahead and wander down my lovely steps here. Open up the big door here, and we'll jump in the truck, and I will see you guys at the sale. Okay guys, just getting to the auction here. We're first, as always. I see they got most of the weeds cleaned up. Left some along the fence here, which I don't really know where to park now, so you know what, we'll just park right here. First, as always, you know, of course, we're going to always be first to these things, because I like to look at them before, but you guys already saw all this equipment when I snuck in here and we were looking at the hog buildings before. Yeah, so we got it all out. There's a cultivator, there's a combine again. I would be interested in this combine, because I think it's technically a little bit bigger than ours, but it doesn't have a big tank on it, is my understanding. And ours has a massive grain tank on it. And I still want to test out this fall the 9600 series that Deere has. So we will try that out, and we'll see how we like that before we make any decisions on a combine. But yeah, this is a 30-foot disc. I was right when I guessed that in the last video. I got the stock trailer here, the soybean header, corn header, 8-row corn header, if I remember right. Nope, 6-row. Whoa, deer running through right now. God, kind of scared me. Hoping to get one of these wagons, like I said. And hopefully we can get this lovely Gale grinder mixer. My brother wants a water trailer too, so if he gets it, he gets it. I'm hoping he does. And he also said something about getting this 4020. And I said, why don't you just go to the deer dealership, because they have some newer 44. There's a 4430 there. I think I even showed you guys one time that he can get and just put a loader on it. But we'll see. I think he thinks he can get this for cheaper than that. But we'll see. I'll kind of put a bug in his ear and make sure we can go look at the deer dealership, and I can help him out if he wanted. The 2870 is still here. It just seems this thing is probably the only reason he got it was for that disc. I'm guessing he was going to get a bigger cultivator too, but that cultivator's not even as wide as this thing. But that disc is definitely wide enough. And this planter, I think he just used his 4020 to plant. So, yeah. So it's kind of a smaller estate sale, but it is 1990. It's not like these guys needed to be much bigger than they needed to be, especially with his hogs, I'm sure. Which I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have a manure spreader, unless they sold that already or something. Because here's where the hog barns were, if I can remember, or if I can remember you guys. If you guys remember from the last video, there's two hog barns here right up against the edge of the building. Oh, you can even see some of the cement was just recently taken out. But I'll walk across the road here, and I'll show you. He farmed, I think most of this back behind his house, or behind the house there, was farmed, and then kind of up a ways. But he definitely farmed this right here across the road, and there's like a little grass patch. Farmed that on the other side of that patch, and then there's a really big field that kind of loops around by the road here that he farmed as well on the other side of that creek. So I'll show you guys if we drive past it, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wait for the auction to start, and hopefully we can get one of the gravity boxes. Open one of the bigger ones, but if we get a small one too, that's fine. It's not like we need. It's just now that we're so far apart on our farms, I don't want to run out of storage. If the weather's good, I like to keep going. I don't want to stop because we run out of storage or something in the field. Excuse me. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on the other side of the auction. Okay, guys, getting away from that mess of the auction, the end of the auction cleanup stuff. Someone did buy that big disc and that tractor. I think it was the same guy now that I think about it. But my brother bought the water trailer. That was one of the early things. So he left. I bought this loader for him too, which we're gonna go look at that 4430, and then he can have that loader. Otherwise, I did kind of want a spare loader because I do have a set that a loader setup that I could put on my 4755 if I wanted to. But yeah, and we got the big wagon like I wanted to. I think I in total spent about $7,000, which is more than I wanted to. But with the water trailer, this grinder mixer, and this wagon new is about $10,000. So, let alone this grinder mixer, which is $5,000. That water trailer, that's another $5,000. This loader, that's another $2,000, I think. I think we made out pretty good. But yeah, we'll go ahead and head over to my brother's. We'll drop off the grinder mixer and see if we can drag the loader out without breaking it. I don't know. That could be an adventure. I don't know if you guys will get to see it. But yeah, we will go ahead and head over there. I'll jump back in the truck now. And we'll go ahead and start heading over to my brother's place. And we will drop that stuff off. Okay, guys. As you can see, my brother has done a phenomenal job cleaning up this place this winter. He got his house built. Literally, I think he literally said last week they finished the house. I'd take you inside, but it's his place. And then he built this little garage that's detached. But you guys saw the bin. Pretty sure you saw the pasture we put. You saw this shed, I remember, because I put the little Model A in there, and his farmhouse should still be in there unless he took it somewhere. But he built this little shop here. So yeah, we got all his tools. Got some tools outside here. But here's the two hog barns. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that, but oh well. Yeah, so he just puts feed into his little feeder here. I kept my hog barn. I think I said that in the last video or earlier in this one. I kept mine so he can. My goal is once he gets done with one of these, he'll sell some of them, and then I'll take some of the babies. So like he'll raise the mamas, and then he'll sell some of the babies just straight to another market, and then we'll keep some of them. We'll sell some of them, or we'll raise them, and then we'll sell some of them. We'll raise them at my place and feed them out, and then we'll sell some to a packing house, and then we'll sell the rest to local people for butcher. So, yeah, he got the water trailer here. I got the mixer and just backed it in here with his Farmall. He is at my place waiting for me to get back, so I should get going. And then we're gonna go look at that 4430. Or no, yeah, I think it was gonna be. He was gonna look at the 4430, and then they also apparently when he talked to them, he said there was a 4555 that he wanted to look at now too. So we will go ahead and head over there. I'll probably just see you guys at the dealership. Okay, guys, we're at the dealership now. My brother just went inside to talk to the salesman, but he already bought this bucket basically. And here's the tractor he's buying. It's a 4555. Basically, just I think mine's a 4755. I think maybe it's 4950. I can't even remember what I have. I don't know why I can't, but he likes it, or he likes my tractor, and this is just a couple years, or a couple years older, maybe a year or two older, I think, and has a loader attachment, obviously, and a couple of horsepower less. But yeah, it's got duals for it, but he just doesn't. They left him off, and they're gonna deliver it to him after if he buys it, which I think he will. But back here's the tractor that I originally wanted him to buy. Was this 4430 because it's about half the price as that 4055, but I guess if he wants to buy that tractor, he can. Yeah. I think this actually might even have a couple more horsepower than his. I'm not positive off the top of my head, though. But, yeah, you can see it's got the loader attachments for a deer loader. My loaders are all the aftermarket ones, but, yeah. Another 4020, just like the one that was at auction today. Are these all 4020s? Oh, that's a 4020, that's a 4020. These are all, oh no, that's a 4010. But, I asked them about this 4955, and they basically said I'd have to trade in my, 4955 if I wanted to, and I only have a handful of hours on my 4955, so I would have to trade mine in, and I'd have to pay about $5,000 to get this 4955, which a very good possibility that will happen after this year. Or there's the 60 series is supposedly coming out within the next year or two. They showed it off at one of the farm shows recently. It was in one of the magazines that I read. And I think I might just wait for the 60 series to come out, and then I'll buy a 60 series. But we are officially going to be trying out one of these combines. Excuse me. We're going to be trying out one of these combines this fall too. One of these 9600s. Or one of these is 9600 for sure. Oh, they both are. Okay. Maximizer series combine. We're going to be trying one of them out this fall. See how we like it. I do really like our IH, but it's getting a little tired already. It's only 5 years old, but she's getting a little tired. We're looking at basically rebuilding that one or just buying a new one at this point. So, yeah. But yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and head inside, see how my brother's doing, and I will see you guys either at my place, or if he buys it, maybe we'll just go out to his place and help him get it set up. So I will see you guys in a little while. Okay, guys, as you can see, we got the loader hooked up here for him. He just ran inside to talk to his wife for a minute, but we're gonna go ahead, and I said I'd park the tractor away for him, and then I would come inside, because apparently I need to have dinner with them tonight, I guess. His wife was inviting me for dinner, so I will take them up on that option. Anytime you can hang out with family, it's nice. Anytime you can have dinner with family, it's nice. But we'll go ahead and shut the door for him. To Eaton County, it is 1990, and we have to get our corn planted this year, or this spring. I've gotten most of the corn planted already, but we have this last field here. And then we will probably get it into planting soybeans, but not in this episode. We will finish tilling my last field here of corn, and we will also plant it in this episode. So with that, if we're going to do all that, we should probably get moving. So I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, guys. It's obviously the next morning now, and I got the 4955 down here, but we got it done cultivating last night, as you guys saw, and then I realized it's too late to keep or go back out and plant. So I want to make a good video for you guys. I don't want it to just be dark and lights the entire time, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in the 4955, and we will go ahead and time lapse the end of corn harvest here. So I hope you enjoy. Today we're going to be planting and spraying. We're planting this field, and we're going to act like I didn't mess up and just go around the field twice on most ends and plant corn all the way around it. And that I definitely already went through and replanted it to beans. But it was beans the whole time, guys, so I didn't mess up. I did, I'm sorry. Anyways, we're also going to be spraying our first cornfield down there at the bottom. And yeah, so with that quick little intro there, we're going to go ahead and jump in the 4955 here. We're going to go ahead and get planting, and once we get done with that, I will see you guys again. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back after that time lapse of planning. We got done with that, and I parked the tractor off to the side there. I think that's still on the end of the time lapse there. Maybe you saw that. And then I jumped in the white, and we came down, and we're gonna spray off our corn, or spray, not spray off. We're gonna spray our corn because there's a good couple patches of weeds. Actually, here's a couple weeds right behind me. So yeah. Uh, Good thing corn is Roundup ready tolerant now, so we can spray Roundup on it, and Roundup will kill everything. So, yeah. With that, I hope you guys enjoy this time lapse of spraying. Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to beautiful Tahiti County, Iowa in the 1990s. Or 1990, not the 1990s. That's next series. Anyways, little transparency here. Was gonna do well. I think in my last video I said we were just gonna skip till harvest because I wanted to get this updated, and then I was like, oh wait, I can do hay cutting, at least, and was gonna do that. Had some issues where I lost like basically everything I did. Not recording wise, I had that, but I lost everything game wise setting up for the hay stuff. So I just said, screw it, we're just going to skip to harvest, and then I'm just going to update. We'll get into hay stuff in the 90 series. So yeah, there's that. Sorry about that. I don't really know what happened completely yet, but yeah. So with that, end of fourth wall break, we are going to get into the end of soybean harvest. I've already combined the field up here on the back side of the shed. We're going to go down and cut the last two fields of soybeans, and we're going to at least get one field of corn combined today for you guys. Other than that, I'll probably finish the rest of harvest without you guys around, just so it's not the same thing over and over for you guys. But yeah. So with that, I already have the 1680 running this morning. I came back. I brought everything down to the other fields last night, and I was gonna open up the fields, and then I realized, oh, I'm gonna leave the head here. I'm gonna come back, get the corn head. So once I get done with the soybeans, I can move right into corn harvest from down there. So we'll go ahead and jump in the 1680, and we will see you guys down there. Alrighty, guys. As you can see, I got the soybean header here. Dropped off the corn head for now. We'll get this field combined hopefully really quick, and then we'll just meander down the road to the other one. It's just on the other side of these trees here. Or yeah, those trees. But yeah, then we'll get that field combined. Should have enough storage between, I have this truck here, this little wagon, and then there's another bigger wagon at the other field that will hopefully hold everything for soybeans. And then I have obviously my other tractors at the other fields for corn harvest. So hopefully we'll get everything done that I want to get done today. Realistically, the only thing that for corn harvest I want to get done is that other small field that I think you guys have seen me harvest, if I remember right, before. At the, you know what, you'll see it. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump in here, and I hope you guys enjoy this time lapse of soybean harvest. got done with soybean harvest. Now we're going to dip into corn harvest here. My goal is in this video we'll finish this whole field, because if it yields like it did last time in Farm Sim Yield, you know, we shouldn't fill these wagons here, but yeah, so hopefully we'll get this field finished. If we do finish filling these wagons, we'll probably just end it there. But otherwise, I will see you guys after this time lapse of lovely corn harvest. Alrighty, guys. It's time to move again. It's been about 10 years since I talked to you last. We're not moving across state lines. We're actually not even leaving the county lines. We're just moving to another place that I built. Just on actually like a couple of hills away, not that far from my brother's place. But yeah, so we are just moving over there. It is now 2000. It is actually um, or sorry, it's not quite 2000. It's about to be 2000. It's 1999. It's December of or October of 1999, not December. We just got done with harvest um, for our first year in or not our first year for this year. And yeah, so we got to go. I'll show you the new yard, and I'll also in this episode we're gonna go get some of our new equipment that we bought for this year or for going into the new millennia or the into the 2000s. So let's go ahead and head over to the new yard and I'll show you around. Alrighty, guys, we're just getting pulled up here to the new yard. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of trees along the edge of the driveway as the hill kind of falls off. We kind of got a two gate there. They used to have just one gate when I moved in here. This gate that went towards the house, and then they had this. Then they had a kind of loop where the shop is over here that would bring you back out through that gate. But now I kind of just leave it there for mainly accessories. But got the truck off. We obviously had to take our 4020 with us again. One of the well, you guys will see when we start showing off the equipment, what we took and sold and bought new in the years since the last time I talked to you. But yeah, we actually moved the house, moved my old house from the other place over to here, and here we are. I gotta remember where the light switch are. Oop, wrong one. Oh right, yep. Okay. Anyways, sorry, getting distracted. Um, Yeah, so we just moved the house over to here. There's really nothing different with the house. The garage we couldn't move because it was 30 years old already, and which the house was too. But the house has this nice like cement brick frame that the guys could like jack up under before you got to the normal footer, so they could get in under this, whereas the garage is just four walls. And I just said, you know what, I want a bigger garage anyways. So here's my garage. Very excessive, but my goal is I can pull the truck in with the trailer or one of the trucks, one of the dump trucks that we have now. I can pull in here easy. Not, well, actually, I could probably pull both of them in here. Probably get one off to the side here and then get another one over here. So yeah, obviously it has another door here. Uh, here's that loop that I was talking about. So the old garage was like right here, and then they would just have you kind of pull in right through the shop here basically, and or the shed here, and you could pull right into the garage, or you could kind of loop back around, and then this loop, instead of running in between these two poles here, uh, just kind of looped back onto the normal driveway here, and then ran out along the edge of the yard there. Anyways, so yeah, we'll close that up. Go ahead and put the lights off. I'll turn my flashlight on because that's yeah, I got my nice little seating area. I took that from over there. Um, yeah, I don't know. This big ass boulder was actually on the other side of the old house that was here. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and show you the new shop, and then we can go look at some of the other stuff hidden on the other side of the trees over there. But yeah, um, oh, so yeah, we got a garage stall basically. You can pull a tractor in here easy enough, or kind of. You can pull the tractors we have now, but some of the newer ones are bigger. So, but yeah, we got my tool benches back here, and everything. Got some pliers and stuff. Yeah, we got big bays. My goal is I wanted this to be 100 feet wide, or not 100 feet. I want it to be 60 feet wide. So if one day I do get a semi and a trailer, which I might here within a year before harvest, I might get a truck and trailer. I wanted to be able to pull it all the way in without having to unhook it and just having the trailer sitting here or something like that, you know? So, yep. Shut the door. All right, so we'll keep moving along here. Could have done this when it wasn't dark out, but we're late enough in the year. It gets dark in like at like 5 o'clock anyway. So, as you kind of follow along our lovely tree-lined driveway back here, I wanted the cattle cattle separated from the main yard a little bit, just so didn't have to smell them every time I walked in the house. But yeah, so I built this cattle barn. Um, and yeah, got this nice little cattle barn. We got our bins over here. Um, did not move our old bins. We just sold them to a neighbor. He took them down and was putting them up at his place a couple of years ago. One of these is one of these held exactly what the two that I had before held. So yeah. And then I got one of the cow pastures. I had one at the house, and then my brother had one at his place, but we took both of the sheds at my old place, and we moved them to my brother's place. So we took down the um, one pasture that I had there, and we moved in one of the buildings there. He's got my old shop there too. Took down his old shop, and yeah. So, that's the tour of the new place. In the morning, I will show you guys, or maybe I'll go find the new equipment, or not go find, whatever. I'll show you the equipment that we have now. So, I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. We are on to uh, getting our new equipment. First off, as you can see, I went and got a new truck. This is a 1994 GMC service body truck. Um, yeah, I don't know what else you really want to know other than that. But yeah, first off, we're going to head to the Case dealership. I'm going to show you one of the new tractors I got and one of the new cultivators that I got. And I'm trying to remember what I all technically am choosing. Um, and then we'll head to the Deere dealership and I'll show you what I got there. And then once I get everything kind of squared away, I'll show you everything. But we'll just head to the dealerships first. So I'll see you there. Alrighty, guys, we're just pulling into the Case dealership here. Normally, I think they want you to park out front, but since I'm here, I'm gonna just pull in back, and they already know I'm here. So the Case dealership here also sells cat equipment, um, and obviously combines. We bought this, well, not this exact cultivator, but this cultivator, and we went for a 75C cat challenger as well. Which Case dealership, you're probably like, why would you buy a cat piece from it? Well, because I like Challenger, and I think these tractors have plenty of horsepower for us, and I think it'll do all the tillage we need, and we'll probably have this for several years to come. So, yep, we bought one of these. They're not, I don't think they're all new. I think one of them's used, and one's new, and then the other one is a retuned one. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I was gonna get the 8910 over here as well. but I decided against that because I kept one of the other tractors from the previous years, and I'll show you that later. Um, we don't really need a Steiger because we don't really have big plots of ground, and we're not pulling huge equipment around. Then what do we got for combines? We got 2144. I'm guessing 2166, 2188. Yeah. So, my combine of choice is not going to be a case one this time, unfortunately. You'll see what I got when we get to the deer dealership. I went with the deer, but you'll see what I got there. Um, Also, they got manure spreaders here, a couple rippers, and a disc. But actually, might still get this disc, or at least one like it. We'll look at the price of the one at the deer dealership we're about to look at. But yeah, so we'll jump back in the truck over here, and we will head to the deer dealership now, and I will see you guys there. Alrighty, guys, we're obviously at the deer dealership now. Would have probably just taken you because we only drove across town here a couple miles. But yeah, they got a little bit of everything for tractors, several combine heads. Yeah, got a planter that rolled down the hill a little bit. A box style 1770 NT, which they got some center fill since that came out the in 2000. That is available to us. Um, quit looking at glitching heads. What is going on with all these heads? They're just bugging out. Maybe that one's just sitting on top of it. What the heck is going on? Anyways, yeah. So here's just the box style of uh, that planer. We got one of these rippers. It's a 13 shank. Uh, I forget how wide it is, but yeah, you'll see what kind of tractor we got too. We also got a baler, 690. I think we got exactly that one. Didn't get the mower. We did get one of these center fills since they're available to us. We did get a center fill style planer. These are 16 rows. They had 24 rows, but the fourth wall break here, the 24 row mod is just absolutely broken in the early 17 or early 2000s 1770 NT style planer, at least the one that I saw. But yeah, back to normal. Anyways, I looked at the price of the disc, and we're gonna get this disc. Um, yeah, it's about $10,000 cheaper than the other one. I think this one is like they're asking 9, and the other one was 19 or something. 20, maybe that was $20,000 cheaper. But yeah, uh, so since it is 2000, it is the year 2000. The 60 series was fully released in the year 2000. So that gives us available the 9660, 9760, 9860, and I think there was even a 9560 off the top of my head. But also there's the 9610 and 9600 series. They're still available. But we're going to go with uh, well, you guys will see it later. We're going to go with the 9760, mainly because the 9760 is the same motor as the 9860, but the 9860 is just tuned to run that motor a little bit faster. And it's just basically the same motor. One just is forced to run harder and faster, which is the 9860, than the 9760. So we'll still have all the same power as the 9860, just not using it as much, if that makes sense. So we'll get into these. Here's my old 4960 that we put on lot here. Um, would have liked to kept that, but I don't need 7 tractors laying around. We're already buying 2 more, and we already have 2 laying around that are at the house right now. So I did go with an 8400, the 1995 style. It's got the brown box GPS steering in it. And then I was originally also going to go with an 8310 because we have the money for it. But we're going to just get the 8400 for now. And since I don't have um, enough equipment to justify having around another high horsepower 80 8000 series deer. I thought about getting one of these 8100s, but I think for this time we will just pass. So, at least for now. But we'll probably end up upgrading when we go here in a couple years. So, yeah, we're going to get the 1995 version of the 8400. And yeah. So, I will see you guys back at the house when I show off all of the equipment. Alrighty, guys, as you can see, I'm back at the yard now. I'm gonna start giving you the tour now. Or not the tour, you already got the tour, kind of. But yeah, so we got all the tractors and everything brought back. Like I said, we got a Cat 75C on our case. Uh, shoot, case field cultivator on brain malfunction. Sorry. And then we got our 8410 on our 1770 NT uh, center fill box, center fill box, oh geez, center fill planter. And then make sure that's shutting. Wander back over here. And I got our disc brought back, and I got our ripper brought back, and I got a couple new oops, well, I got a couple new augers. I got one here, and then there's one over at the other yard for that one bin that's over there. But yeah, I'll probably be putting up a second one over there here shortly. Raining out now? Of course it is. We got our slurry tank here too. Um, just park it in our cattle barn here. Don't have any cattle yet. I will have cattle probably in the next episode. But yeah, I'll take you over. I'll go ahead and head over to the other yard now. Alrighty, so we're at the other yard now. Ignore that voice crack, but we got our stock trailer here. I'll go to this shed first. I don't think there's much different. This is the same shed that we had at the other farm. We just moved it down here after we decided to sell that ground. So we just moved it here as well as that shed. They actually took it all the way down to the studs and everything. Took all the posts out and brought it down here and just rebuilt it back up. Yeah, my brother's 4755, I believe. Yep, 4755 is in here, as well as his Farmall and his Model A. We don't really have much else in here right now. I would park the combine in here, but I think the auger's just a little bit longer. I think you almost need an auger that kind of folds instead to be able to fit in here. But go ahead and shut that door now. Go ahead and head over here. That bin's still here. It was here in the 80s as well. We put it up after we remodeled this whole yard. Fuel barrel, those hog barns we bought at the after the one guy's retirement sale, or at the one guy's retirement sale, or not at, from the one guy that retired. Brain no function today. Our Vermeer Tedder, we just got that. We got our Kuhn Speed Rake. This is built in 1993. We got a disc mower here from Boss. We got our swather, our International 5000 swather. We got our J&M grain cart. Still got the hay wagons. Still got that water trailer that we bought at the auction, as well as this grinder mixer. Um, Nothing in that garage. Oh, I guess I should show you uh, back here. We did buy this ground, like I said several episodes ago now, I guess, probably. We were going to buy this ground when it came up for sale in the fall, and we did buy it 10 years ago, technically. We were going to rip up some of this ground, or some of this grass, but as you can see, we got a pond right there, and the only spot that would really be good for crop farming would be like this little loop right here, and then it just make a weird odd shape, so we didn't rip it up. We just cut it for hay. Which we need a bunch of hay and straw for both my brother's pigs and my cattle. Still got most of the wagons. Here's that other new auger that I was talking about. And we got a new to us manure spreader. It's a New Holland instead of the case one that we had. Still got the 7150. This is about the only tractor that was personally mine that we still have from the last from the 80's. This is gonna be like our mainly our like uh used for spreading and odd jobs. Probably gonna use it for like mowing and stuff like that too. So I don't have to put a bunch of extra hours on the higher horsepower tractors. We still got this dump truck, tandem truck, whatever you call it. We got our 6090 back here. We got our corn head. Got our bean head. It's a 30 foot. Yep. And I think that's about it. The combine is not here yet. I need to go get that, but we'll have it in here when we are back in our next episode of the lovely 90s series here. We will probably just pick it up in the early spring. We got to rip up some ground up by my place there, my new place, uh, because some of that should definitely be farmed because it's just a big grass patch right now. And yeah, anyways, we'll pick it up in the spring. And with that, I will see. Oh, wait. As always, please like and subscribe down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.